Hi, everyone, and welcome to Behind the Sound, the podcast about all things music and production. I'm your host, Isaac Byrd.
And I am Ethan Doty, and we have a special treat for you guys today. Later in this episode, we will be joined by our special guest, Dr. Jordan VanHemert, talking about the Green Country Jazz Festival and other music-related things. But before we do that, let's get into some, general discussion about music or production or whatever.
Yes.
We're also joined by our lovely research desk, Aaron Lee.
He's kind of off in the shadows. Yeah.
He's got a camera. It's fine.
Okay, so we were talking a little bit about this before we started recording, but we were talking about how subscription-based services have affected the music industry and its products.
Yeah, definitely. If anyone is making music lately, like whether it's like buying a new DAW or plugins or whatever, a lot of it has become subscription based. One big subscription based thing that's changed recently, that Apple has done themselves, is they've introduced the new Apple Creator Studio.
Wow.
Which is pretty.
I have not heard about this. What's this about?
So you know before, like how Final Cut, Logic, and there's other applications you could buy one time.
Yes.
Main Stage.
Yes.
But now
Main Stage. Yeah.
Main Stage is a big one too. Now there's an option for a subscription based thing. Thankfully, they still offer the option to buy it as a one time purchase on your account. But I really hope they don't make it to where it's all subscription based.
You know, I don't know if a lot of the companies, you got Avid, you got Presonus, all these, Apple. I don't know that they're ever gonna fully take away the buying option.
Mm-hmm.
Avid got bought out by a big company a few years ago, and then they tried to completely go to a subscription based service, and the backlash was really bad. They've brought back the one time buying now. But they really tried to go full subscription. I just don't. I think they want to for money, obviously.
Yeah.
But they're gonna keep the other option there, for the most part. The Avid kind of made it to where if you want to buy it one time, it's really really expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's almost like they really promote the subscription side of it. But I didn't know Apple bundled everything and tried to make it a subscription.
That's brand new that they just started doing.
It's brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out like May. It was introduced like almost a month ago. But I mean, let's see what else I was gonna say. I think a lot of things lately, especially 2026, everything's moving towards more subscription based things or more like not owning something instead. A lot of things you can think of today, a lot of companies are trying to shy away from owning anything.
Ownership. Yeah, I mean, you don't just see it. I mean, we're talking about the music industry, but started out with streaming movies and all that stuff, and digital media, and owning things has gone away. But it's not just that. I mean, you got. I remember the outrage on social media of car companies trying to make monthly subscriptions for like seat heaters and having extra features in your car. Like every company saw the success of Netflix, which Netflix is still great, and the streaming is still awesome, but every other company tried to grab onto that and take it. And I know we were talking about this earlier, but there's still a few companies out there that do that prioritize ownership. One of them was, you were talking about, what was it called?
I'm not sure.
It was a drum one.
Oh, TuneTrack.
TuneTrack is one of them.
They make Superior Drummer.
Yeah, so they make Superior Drummer. They give out, you said, like three
licenses that go to.
I got Keyscapes for one of my birthdays. Love Keyscapes to death because it gave me 5 installations. Didn't have to have iLock. Didn't have to spend extra money on activation devices, or didn't limit me to one didn't limit me to one sign in all the time. It gave me 5 downloads that I could put on any computer and then take it off computers and put it on the other one. But it was as simple as just buying the product and being able to use it. Whereas now I mean, we're literally in the studio fighting Logic to get on.
Oh yeah,
because we had to use a sign in, and then it was like double and triple authorizing your account and all this stuff. Whereas my dad gripes all the time when it's like he used to buy like Studio One and got the product and he owned it, and so it's. I hope we can get back to that, but I don't know that we ever will because of subscription now.
Yeah, I totally forgot about. Yeah, we had to sign into. So for you Logic owners or DAW owners that already.
Oh yeah, Pro Tools, Studio One, FL, really anything. Yeah.
If you already own the product like Logic, like if you're coming from version like 11 to 12, which is the current version now, every now and then that you need internet access, so it can authenticate your ownership, which is a little annoying, especially since a lot of the computers we use here are owned by the school, and you generally don't. They already have it installed. They don't regularly update.
They're really secured to prevent any kind of infections coming into the campus.
And
so
you might
it makes it hard.
You might pin this part in the video, but if you're looking to get into music and getting a DAW, these are definitely things to consider when looking at which DAW to buy. Like, is it going to be adaptable? Is it going to be able to, like, can you set up anywhere? Do you have to have internet? I mean, just a lot of things that you need to consider when you're, oh yeah, they're mowing today, but there's a lot of things you need to consider when you're getting into music and you want to produce and you want to mix and, but yeah, it's just an important thing. It's another thing on the list to check off.
Oh yeah. And another good example of that I saw recently of shying away from ownership. Of course, the video game industry or the interactive media industry has.
It's another one. You got the Xbox Game Pass.
You
got tons of stuff. PlayStation Plus.
Of course, any of the PC storefronts like Steam or Epic, you're buying a license, but you're not owning the game. And also,
really? Is that actually what it is?
Yeah.
So I haven't bought my games. I'm just getting a license.
You own a license, but if anything happens to your account or whatever, you lose it. Same thing with PlayStation. Same thing with Xbox. Anything. That's why I love physical games, like especially for console. But another thing that's kind of, I mean, I'm not super mad about it, but I don't like it. Is PlayStation. Have you heard that they're trying to lease out consoles now?
Lease out consoles?
And not lease to own, just lease it, and then when it's expired, you give it back.
It's like renting an instrument or something.
I'm like, what?
I don't like that.
I get the memory shortage thing is. Oh, that's another thing. I get the memory shortage thing is a big thing right now. That's affecting everyone, but like, come on.
No, yeah, it's kind of rough. It's kind of sad. These companies are money grabbing, you know, and it's funny because, for example, Avid before they were bought out by a super big corporation, I mean, they were like loved by everybody in the music world. I mean, the majority of studios today are still like Pro Tools certified, you know, like that's like the thing. But I've seen a migration to like Logic and to other things because big corporations are just a bunch of bums. They're taking every chance they can get to milk out money. I mean, my brother went to Tulsa Tech and he did like 400 hours of Pro Tools. And yeah, he every day was learning about Pro Tools and doing stuff. And he can get his Pro Tools certification and the test. The thing is that Pro Tools had a deal with the school for years, as long as the former teacher was there. And they had like discounted prices for students. They had this pact that they had with the school that they got Pro Tools on all these devices for a certain price, a yearly thing. But now that's all changed. It's all changed now because of the subscription-based services, the change in ownership of Avid. And now that these people are just trying to squeeze every dollar out of schools and out of people, you're losing customers. And in fact, they're losing money probably more than they make.
And something that Avid probably doesn't realize is what built them up was creating hardware back in the time when nobody had hardware that could record on a computer. And so Pro Tools had hardware that could take any computer, and now it's a good enough computer to record because all of the processing of the audio is done in our hardware. And they don't have that anymore. Now any software DAW can compete with what Pro Tools can do. So they're going off of, well, our name is
our
what
name
everybody's going to
us,
keep
but
buying.
in 10, 15 years, everybody's going to switch over to Logic. That's it's $200. You get it. You know, it's not as stingy as Pro Tools is and some of these other things.
Hopefully,
so
Logic doesn't go down that same path though and
I
quit
know,
their $200 permanent purchase.
It's tough to say though. You know, Apple and a lot of these places they just want profit over the customer now.
Well, but a lot of times it's like they're short-sighted because I think that's going to kill Avid's business. I mean, it's like Pro Tools is going to go down and.
Well, how long is it going to be till Tulsa Tech says, okay, well, we're not going to use you guys anymore. I mean, we have a bunch of Mac computers here. We can just run Logic. We can run an old version of Logic if we want to and just totally switch over to that and get a deal with Apple, right? I mean, they're going to leave you. And it's why they had to bring back you can just buy it to own it. Like, they had to bring it back within a year because everybody was losing their minds. Like, what's going on? They're just freaking out. And so it's going to be interesting to see where a lot of the main competitors in the music industry go. Oh yeah, with DAWs and mixing and stuff. So
I will say, however, there are some good ones out there that are like oh yeah, you should totally like feel free to do whatever you want with this, and like we're not gonna charge you like a whole lot. Like Reaper is a great example. Like
so much good things about Reaper.
Yeah, I have a buddy who uses who's been trying Reaper. He came from Adobe Audition. Don't use it. It sucks.
Yes,
it's awful. Adobe's great.
Put that part in there too.
Adobe knows a lot about video, not about audio a whole lot.
They mostly know photo editing.
Yeah.
That's their number one.
Well, when I think of Adobe, I think of like editing like videos or pictures or Photoshop. Yeah.
Yeah, but Final Cut's pretty good too, and so is DaVinci.
Good.
But yeah, Reaper is a great example. It works a lot better, and I mean, you can do a lot with it.
And
is
it free?
No, Reaper is $60, I think.
It's like $60. Technically, you can use it for free if you're they call it like it's like a fancy word for trying and evaluating. You're evaluating the DAW.
Okay. But I mean, $60 is wow. That's.
I mean, it's
really cross-platform to where you can run it on Windows or a Mac, and I think you can even run it on a Linux machine.
I think so. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Of course. Hey, $60 compared to $200 for Logic, and I think Studio One's like $200, and then Pro Tools is like $500. It's just $60 is nice compared to all the other ones. I mean, yeah. And it's a decent DAW. I've heard a lot of good things about it.
I've yet to try it. I need to try it.
I do too. I've yet to try it. I've heard so many good things, and I haven't tried it yet.
I made one sample recording with it, and that's as far as I went with it.
Nice.
Now that we have discussed our various subjects
and feelings,
we are now going to transition over to our interview with Dr. Jordan VanHemert, the Director of Jazz Studies here at Northeastern State University. Take it away, future Ethan. Dr. VanHemert, thank you so much for joining us on our podcast.
Hey, thanks for having me, Ethan. Really looking forward to talking to you about one of my favorite things about being here at NSU.
Yeah, me too. I want to start off our show by letting the audience know a little bit about your background.
Sure, yeah.
Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself and your musical journey?
Well, I'm not from Oklahoma, as you might have guessed. I am from Michigan, and I went to the University of Michigan, Central Michigan University, and the University of Illinois to get my degrees in music. I'm a saxophonist by trade, but also a composer and an ensemble director. And I've been a couple other places as a collegiate educator, but landed here at NSU, and I've been here for the past, I think this is my third year now. Yeah, because it's your third year, and I got here when you got here. That's right. And so I'm really thrilled to be here and happy to be now the kind of the torch carrier to the Green Country Jazz Festival.
Yeah, that's awesome. What composers are like your biggest inspiration for you as a musician, like whether it's listening to them or performing them or whatever?
Yeah, that's such a great question. Yeah, I mean, I would say I really love the music of Wayne Shorter. His harmonic and melodic inventiveness is always really fun for me to listen to. I really love the album Speak No Evil. That's one of my favorite records let's see, what are other composers? I, of course, really like Duke Ellington. I think he's one of the greatest American composers of the 20th century, bar none. He was certainly very prolific, and his suites, I think, really were some of his greatest achievements, the New Orleans Suite, et cetera, et cetera. Let's see, other composers. Oh, John Coltrane, of course. I think what he did for music, and not just because he's a saxophonist, but I mean, it does kind of help. I love John Coltrane's works. I especially love A Love Supreme, and his later, more spiritual works are just very moving to me. So those are a couple of my favorite composers.
Yeah, there's some very good.
They're all right, aren't they?
Yeah, I love those. What inspired you to become an educator?
Oh, man. You know, I have always wanted to teach somebody. I like helping people. And I'm really passionate about music. I love music. And I think a job where I can share my love of music with people is maybe one of the greatest things that I'm able to do here on this earth. I did what's called a practicum hour my senior year of high school. And I did that teaching beginning band, like teacher assisting beginning band. And that was a lot of fun. And I realized how fun and just special it is to see the light bulb go on in somebody's eyes. To see when somebody really gets something. There are very few feelings like that.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I think it's pretty awesome too.
Yeah,
I do.
It's like I personally don't know the feeling because I'm not an educator, but I can kind of imagine.
Well, have you showed anybody, taught anybody about any of this stuff that you do with AV and tech? And have you ever trained somebody, maybe at Falls Creek or something?
Yeah, I have actually.
Then you're teaching.
Yeah.
Then that's the joy of teaching. That's what that is.
Yeah, I mean, I love helping people, similar to you.
Yeah.
Just helping people expand their knowledge and everything like that.
That's what teaching is. You might be good at it. You should try it.
Yeah. Who are some of your favorite musicians that you've brought here to NSU to?
Oh my goodness.
To well, do master classes or perform or showcase their talents or whatever?
Well, one of the most enjoyable, I think, was when I got to bring Rodney Whitaker here and Lewis Nash, two giants of jazz music, and to get students to experience them and especially their playing is just something I'll never forget. And I hope to be able to bring them back very soon because they're two people who really, their joy in music is infectious. And I think that's a really important thing in a musician, especially as performers. We want our joy to be infectious. And Lewis is one of those people. He's always smiling. You can tell he really loves playing the drums. So those are kind of my favorites. I also really enjoyed having Jocelyn Gould here. She was just, I think, that concert was really special. I think it wasn't just another show for her. It was a thing that she was really excited to do and thought was really fun. And I think the band really responded in a very positive way that still sticks with me to this day.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Jocelyn was great for me personally, and also the.
Oh, you're a rhythm section player. You know, you really. Yeah. I bet you gained a lot from getting to play with her and accompany her solos and whatnot.
Also, Rodney Whitaker, getting to watch him and how he works across the bass and just as a musician in general, it's been awesome.
Yeah.
So we have the 59th annual Green Country Jazz Festival coming up.
Yes, we do.
One of my favorite times of the year at NSU.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Yeah.
Can you give us a little bit of insight of how and when the event was created?
Oh my goodness. This was created by, I think, Dr. Lehman, don't quote me on that, here at NSU 59 years ago. So I believe that's 1967, 57, one of the two. My math might be, check my math or whatever. I don't know. And he created this festival, and it was so successful that the jazz program was then kind of seen as a separate entity from the band program. And that's really special because at that time in the U.S., there were not a lot of jazz programs academically. And so that somebody would recognize the music's potential and say, hey, we ought to be doing this on a higher level is really special. And it happened right here in Tahlequah. And that's so cool to me. That will never stop being cool. And then, of course, as you know, the rest is history with Joe Davis, Joe's Place, and the jazz lab that he and Roger Webb built. And the rest, they say, is history. So the Green Country Jazz Festival has been really special, not only in Tahlequah, but in our region for the past 57 years. And we're so thrilled that we get to continue the tradition. 59 years, I misspoke.
Yeah,
I think my first one was the 57th, right? With Ulysses?
Yeah, it would be the 57th.
Yeah, 57. Anyway.
Yeah, that's agree. Yeah, the history of the Green Country Jazz Festival it kind of amazed me. We had a lot of great artists.
Incredible
here.
artists, yeah. Well, and you're from Muskogee. Did you grow up hearing about it?
Believe it or not, no.
You didn't?
Not.
Okay, all right.
I wish I had.
No, that's okay. That's all right. You know, people, Muskogee is not terribly far away, but it is still kind of removed from the epicenter of Tahlequah. So I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So every year we always have a lot of high schools, middle schools.
We do.
About how many different schools and students are participating this year?
Okay, so we have 17 bands coming this year, which I think in my time here is a record, but I know it's not a record for the festival as a whole. So I think those bands represent maybe 13, 14 different schools. And as far as students, we expect there to be anywhere from 400 to 500 high school and middle school students up here on our campus. And they'll get to perform a program of 3 or so selections for our judges and get some great feedback, take home a recording, which I know you'll be helping to produce, a rough mix of their time here. And they'll be able to use that to further their musical growth. And man, I'm just so excited about that because education is so important, and investing in education is important. And NSU, for the past 59 years, has said, education is important and we want to invest in it.
Absolutely.
And that's so cool, man.
Yeah, it is very cool. When I was in my high school jazz program, my first Green Country Jazz Festival, I believe, I think it was the 55th or 56th. It was with Miguel Zenon. That was my first time as a high school student to experience something like that, and I was blown away. And now I'm so happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, it was your senior year, right?
Yes.
That Miguel was your senior year. Yeah, incredible saxophonist.
Yeah,
he's another great composer. Yeah, really good composer. Anyway, yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you got to be a part of it in high school. So you know then what students are walking into. That's great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And for any students that have not participated in the Green Country Jazz Festival, we highly encourage you to have an open mind and also enjoy yourself. There's nothing to be nervous about. You're there to have fun, and I just think it's a very great learning experience overall.
Well, and I think you really hit a very important point there, Ethan, and that's that the point of the festival and why we call it a festival and not a competition is the point of the festival is sharing. The point is sharing in our love of music, sharing in our love of this great American art form. And in reality, as long as you put your heart into it and you give it your all, that's what it's about. It's not about the plaques. It's not about a trophy or it's about sharing music together and getting, to celebrate the high level of achievement by our region and state. And there are a couple of bands from Arkansas. It's about showcasing that level of talent. Mm-hmm. I think that's really important to remember. You hit that, really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, as I stated previously, we have a guest artist come out each year, and I believe this year we are featuring special guest Adam Larson.
We are.
Can you tell us a little about him and what to expect?
Yeah, Adam resides in Kansas City, but he's really been all over, and he's an internationally recognized saxophonist and composer. He is actually from Normal, Illinois. Normal, Illinois, which is a small town in the middle of nowhere. And he is a graduate, I believe, of the Manhattan School of Music. He lived in New York for a number of years. And he is probably, of his generation, he is one of the, the greater, most talented saxophone players. I'm very excited for the ensemble to get an opportunity to work with him and to share the stage with him. I know that, your combo will be playing with him. The NSU Jazz Orchestra will be playing with him. It's just going to be a great evening of celebrating music. And he's going to give a master class free of charge for all the attendees in the middle of the day so that they can all enjoy it. I know not all the bands stay for the concert, but all of them can enjoy that.
All right. Absolutely. That was, I'm super excited for that.
Me too. It's going to be great.
Yeah. It's got some great music to collaborate with him. And,
absolutely.
And the whole.
What's your favorite tune on our set?
So my favorite tune on our program, I think it has to be like Ancestors. Ancestors is such an awesome vibe for me. And it's very fun, like bass lines and everything. Too.
They're really great bass lines. And I think that comes a lot from Rini Rosnes's experiences. As a rhythm section player, she's really great at writing parts that will be interesting and grooves that will be interesting to the rhythm section. Yeah, I enjoyed that one too, and you all are playing it really well as well.
Are there any other exciting events or opportunities that are coming up within our department that should be that we should relay to the audience or anything?
Yeah, we've got a ton of really exciting things going on. The month of April is going to be crazy. We've got student recitals. We've got a great choir, community chorus concert. I'm actually playing on that.
Oh.
I'll be playing a soprano saxophone part, so that'll be really fun. We're going to be doing our spring jazz concert in April. We'll also be playing for Crawfest, the Crawfest Festival, and our second band, the Jazz Lab Ensemble, will also be playing a short set.
Okay.
So really excited to see things here at Jazz at NSU keep growing. But the other most important thing is we got auditions coming up. And that's really cool because I get to meet, the next class of students that are going to be here at NSU, people who could maybe be playing in the band next year. And that is so cool because audition days, the excitement is really palpable. And so, we've had a really great freshman class these past few years. And, we're going to have, I think, another great one next year. So I would say those are the, I'm sure I'm missing stuff. I have a couple students giving recitals, Larry and Poffel and Izzy Vreeland. But it's just going to be another great semester. So I would encourage everybody to check out nsumusic.com, to check out our upcoming events, and also to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at NSU Music.
What long-term goals do you have for the jazz program and or the music department?
Yeah, okay, this is a great one. Okay, so long-term goals, I want to have 2 full big bands here. They told me they used to do it back in the day, and I want to do it again.
Yeah.
I want to have multiple combos, that have different personnel, so we don't just tax one bass player all the time.
Yeah.
I want to see our recording program grow so that we have a small cadre of student assistants to help out George and to edit, not only shoot, but edit content and videos and audio. I'd love to see that program keep growing. And I'd love to see us get to, a larger number of jazz majors. I want to build up the jazz major. Eventually, it's a goal of mine to play, for the jazz orchestra to play at the Midwest Clinic or the Jazz Education Network Conference, or the and hopefully within the next 5 years, it's my goal for us to play at OKMEA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I would love to go on tour with y'all and show people what we're up to in Tahlequah. I want people to know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to say to any prospective students that are looking to potentially come to NSU or anything like that?
One of the things I love about NSU is people get time to play. And the way to develop your skills, there is no shortcut to experience. And the experience that you get playing in a band that rehearses a lot is you get to grow, and you get every day you wake up and you get to have another chance, to learn and grow. I would say to the prospective students, we have a great community here. Music was never created in a vacuum, so we never think about learning it in one. So we always want to make sure that we have it. We have a solid community here, and I just love getting the chance to work with my students. We have a lot of great stuff going on, and if you want to be part of the fun, check us out. Check out what we're doing, and come to a concert. Come and sit in on a class, and see for yourself what we're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I don't know. I think we have a good time.
Yeah, we do have a great. I have a great time. I love attending Northeastern State University. I love our music program here, all the opportunities, especially as a recording student, a bass player. Like, I love getting to make content such as this and sharing it with the world. It's great.
And I think NSU is one of those things you have to see it to believe it.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot. There are a lot of other schools out there, but I really do believe in what we're building here, and I think that once people come in and they see the band rehearse and they see people, how we're really going for it, I think there's a lot of value in that. So I always encourage people that, come hang, come in for a lesson, come in for a rehearsal, check us out, see what we're doing. Don't just talk to your friends about it, but really see what we're doing, Yeah. And I think that of the jazz program, but I think that of all of our other programs at NSU, our choral program, our wind ensemble, Yeah. There's a lot of great stuff going on, and people just have to come and check it out and see for themselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Dr. VanHemert, thank you so much for joining us on our show.
Absolute
It's been a pleasure talking with you, discussing all these questions.
Of course. Yeah, happy to do it, Ethan. Come check us out at the Green Country Jazz Festival, the 59th annual Green Country Jazz Festival. That is March 1 and 2, 2026. And don't forget to save your dates for, mark it on your calendars, rather. Green Country Jazz Festival 2027. We got something really special coming up for the 60th anniversary. Don't miss out.
Well, that was that was a lot of insight into Green Country Jazz Festival and, all that jazz, literally. But now I kind of want to discuss our side of things, like whether like the production side and like the setup and stuff, like, and all the hands that make Green Country happen. Like, it doesn't happen by one or two people. It takes a whole team.
Yeah. Got to shout out George.
Yeah, George. George
Gotta
is
shout out George. Awesome.
George is the goat. It's like one of the most important people in the music department, probably the most important person in the music department, in my opinion. Anyways.
Well, he's always there. He's always around. He's always fixing any problems, setting stuff up, maintaining things.
Yeah, he's always getting more work piled on him.
Always getting more work piled on him. But he's the main man behind the curtain that's like getting everybody else to help him do stuff. But he's the guy that's, all right, we got to set up these mics. This is the setup that we got to do on the stage. This is where we need everything thrown up. He's always there.
Oh yeah,
always doing stuff.
As you guys probably have heard from Dr. VanHemert's interview, coming up is the 59th annual Green Country Jazz Festival, and what that is, we host a bunch of different schools, high schools, middle school, different jazz groups, and it's not as simple as they just come here, go on stage, and play. There is a whole process. So usually when they get here, the first people they meet are our student guides. We have various volunteers from our department that will guide people, usually 5 or 6 people, and they will take each band and their directors to various spots, so like warm up or unloading their stuff, like, and then to the stage, and then at that point there's also the backstage hands that make sure the stage is set for every band, because every band in advance always usually sends in their plot or how many performers they got, so we put the chairs out there, and then when the actual show happens, that's kind of where our thing takes place, which is the AV side. So we record. We always record audio, sometimes video, but mostly audio. and we use that send off a reference recording to the bands afterwards, so they can get feedback on their own performance, and it's a win-win for everybody. Everyone, like, you go there to perform, I guess compete, but also like you get to learn about.
It's the community. It's nice when you get a bunch of people, especially from across the state, a bunch of different schools. You get to make connections. You get to meet people. You get to show off your talent and your hard work that you've been doing all semester long, all year long. So yeah, the camaraderie of it is really nice.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. And all these, of course, this also wouldn't happen without the groups themselves. Like like their directors not if their directors didn't like collaborate with us in advance and do their part, then this also wouldn't happen. So thank you to the directors.
Big thank you.
Yeah. And then usually after everyone's performance, they'll generally do a clinic with one of the judges. Typically there's 3 judges. I currently do not know who they are at the moment, but all our judges are also very important. They give the most feedback to the bands, like to what they can improve, what they did good, I don't think any of these bands are going to do bad. Like we don't. That's not like our mindset, and we're not here to scrutinize or.
It's always good to get critiques.
Yeah, if it's anything, it's constructive criticism and just I mean that's.
Well, and they get those constructive criticisms plus the recording, so they can go back and they can see what was the judge pointing out, so they can hear those different things that they may be doing or leaving out.
A lot of band competitions don't.
Yeah, you don't get to come home and hear how you did in that competition.
Like,
what did mics?
Like, did I miss?
Really?
Like, what we do?
Yep,
they don't offer that, so that's a great thing that we offer.
Yeah,
and it's encouragement for students to come here to be in our production department because we get to do fun things like this.
Great advertisement for NSU's music department and our production department.
Oh yeah, definitely. And but the most exciting part, of course, at the end of the day, all the high schools, usually they'll take a break, have dinner or something. Most of them will stay around for the main event, which is the evening concert with our guest artists over the years.
Wow.
This year we have Mr. Adam Larson. Dr. VanHemert explained him, I'm sure. Great saxophone player, playing with our jazz orchestra.
He also teaches a master class and
shows
all the students and gives all the students an individual lesson from the high schools. So it's part of what they get when they come here for this competition is a lesson from a master.
Wow,
that's true.
amazing.
That's true. Yeah, after that evening concert, collaborating with the jazz orchestra and their guest artists, generally we'll tear down, do all that stuff, and then that's basically the extent of Green Country Jazz Festival. That's just shrunk down to this thing.
So be there.
Yes, be there. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be fun.
Invite your friends, family.
These kids have put in a lot of hard work. They're coming here to show it off. So be here to support them.
And come listen to our jazz concert.
Come listen to the jazz concert.
Awesome.
Outro time.
Well, Isaac, thank you so much for joining me on this podcast. It's been great talking with you
Absolutely,
and Aaron.
Man. Had so much fun. Well, thank you guys for joining us on Behind the Sound podcast here. We had a great time talking about a lot of stuff. Join us next time as we, dive into behind the scenes of the Green Country Jazz Festival, kind of how we set up and stuff, and possibly another special guest that's a professor here at NSU.
Thank you guys. Y'all are awesome.